Hey everybody, Timcast here. Lately I've been seeing a lot of talk about how the First Amendment doesn't protect our speech on social media, and that's because the First Amendment only protects us from government intrusion. But all this got me thinking, it's kind of a scary thought when most of our public discourse, most of our news and our political debates are happening online. If a company has final say over whether or not we're allowed to say it, then significant portions of our ideas are going to be blocked from public discussion. The final say is going to come down to what the company wants on their platform. And this was exemplified most recently when founder of Reddit and current CEO Steve Huffman said that they didn't create Reddit to be a bastion of free speech. They actually banned several communities, some of them for harassing other users, but some for just having bad political ideology. Reddit is the 10th most viewed website in the United States. They have 170 million unique viewers, but it's still only one example of a very large platform with a ton of political discussion that has flat out said they don't protect free speech. Now, I will admit, many of these communities were extremely despicable. But, as the saying goes, I don't agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. If we start policing political opinions or certain content we don't want to see, then we're just going to create this homogenous public discourse, and people are going to be scared to share how they really feel. All in all, it sounds pretty bad. But there's even more to consider. We've seen the takedown of blog posts, photos, and videos at the request of government. Many of these websites say they're trying to balance free speech with complying with the government in an attempt to not get shut down. Recently, we saw Russia ban Reddit and Wikipedia because it was hosting information about marijuana. Now, this was only temporary. They did bring them back online. But this is just a good example of how these companies have to navigate this territory. If they want to keep the service up and running, which is typically good, sometimes they have to get rid of certain types of content. So the final thought, I think, to wrap up all of this, governments are putting pressure on private and public companies to restrict content. Private and public companies also have public pressure to block certain content. If we start blocking content we don't like, are we really having a political debate? But I want to know what you guys think. Should companies be allowed to block content on their websites that they don't want to host? Or, as more and more of our public discourse happens on these platforms, should they be forced to protect political opinion? Comment below, share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like the videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Most immediately, people noticed that they had stepped up their game heavily in terms of tracking everything you do.